This program contains material of a disturbing nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Mother of two, Lisa Mollett, is suffering from a mysterious lung infection and is barely clinging to life. Doctors say there's nothing more they can do, but Lisa's family refuses to give up hope and transfers her to another hospital. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Elizabeth Barrero reviews the case.
We had a very, very sick young girl here that had a life-threatening illness. The primary chest x-rays indicated that her lungs were basically shutting down, and it was critical that we try to save Lisa's life.
Dr. Barrero and her colleagues start by extracting liquid from Lisa's lungs to see if it contains any clues to what is making Lisa sick. 2 days later, Dr. Barrero gets the results. Acinetobacter baumannii is a deadly bacteria that preys on people with weak immune systems. The bacteria enters the body through breaks in the skin or mucous membranes and often migrates to the lungs and respiratory system. Inside Lisa's body, the bacteria have been secreting toxins, killing her cells one by one and severely damaging her lungs.
Acinetobacter baumannii is a microbe that lives mostly in aquatic environments. But in recent years, it has emerged as one of the most deadly superbugs on the planet. Because the bacteria are resistant to most antibiotics, doctors are often powerless to stop it.
They suspect she caught it in the previous hospital through a ventilator. Lisa may have only had a simple flu virus when she first got sick, but her decreased immunity left her vulnerable to a secondary infection. To make matters worse, one of the only drugs known to combat Acinetobacter is a medication called polymyxin, which can have devastating side effects.
You know, at some point, you just think it can't be any worse.
For weeks, Lisa undergoes the punishing treatment. Then, as her condition slowly improves, she is taken off the ventilator. And something wonderful happens.
We were sitting in her room, and she began to kind of stir around. She opened her eyes, and she looked at Cody, and she said, "Where's my baby?"
I didn't really understand where I was or what was going on, but I knew that I wasn't pregnant anymore.
She started crying, and I had told her that they had to take the baby.
And so Cody grabs my hand, and he says, his name is Carson. And I said, "How old is he?" He said that Carson is 2 months old. And I started to cry.
Despite his premature birth at 6 months, Carson is healthy.
One day, Dr. Barrero walked into my room. And she said, "Bring her babies. The bacteria is gone. You can bring her babies." They hand me this baby that weighs 5 pounds, 6 ounces. And he's little and beautiful. And I just cried. He fell asleep, and he was just beautiful and healthy, and that's all that mattered.